Diddy, I don't care how many times you Diddy bop all over your mansion in Miami. I believe every word Cassie said. Ufut fell. Every word she said in the lawsuit, I believe her. Ufut fell. Ufut fell. Ufut fell. You did it. Ufut did it. You are never gonna make me not believe that you are a human trafficking booty warrior.
That ain't solid gold, that's a no-no. I'm stunting on these hoes when I wanna. Get like me, it's whatever we all gon' eat. M.O.E, I got it all on me. VBS, I just turned the water on. Big ol' flex, shit you never saw before. These niggas chasing me like waterfalls.
What's up, y'all? It's your sister, Jessie Woo. I'm actually on my way to my housewarming party that's not at my house during Black Women's You Name It month. To all of you guys who RSVP'd, I'm going to be seeing you guys in a little bit. I'm going to be uploading this probably the next day, probably Sunday afternoon, depending on what time I wake up, child, depending on how lit the party goes. But y'all, I just wanted to come in here really quickly, but not really quickly, and talk about Cassie and Diddy settling this lawsuit. Now, I ain't never seen no shit like this in my life. If this, all right, let's wrap this thing on up, was a person, it'd be Diddy, okay? And I'm sorry, but settling a lawsuit of this nature instead of countersuing for defamation is very telling. I'm sorry. Settling a lawsuit of this nature, we've talked about everything that was mentioned in this lawsuit. Before we continue, y'all, just make sure that if you have not already, please listen to my song, RELEM. Download RELEM. Go watch the video. This is my latest single, child. It's called RELEM, 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 RELEM. I love the song. I love the song. Go ahead and check it out. RELEM by Jessie Woo. It's on all streaming platforms, and the video is out right now on my YouTube page, so check it out as soon as you can. The link is in the description box. If you can't find it, just go ahead and click it in the description box and share it with a friend. Share it. Make sure that everybody you know watches RELEM. But yeah, back to the booty warrior. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not settling no lawsuit that is accusing me not only of, but of human sex trafficking, of prostitution, like literally, of masturbating to male prostitutes. Mind you, that was just only the tip of the iceberg. Her filing this lawsuit, if it would have gone all the way, we would have had to hear testimony, and I'm sorry, we would have heard way more than that. It wasn't just that Diddy had her searching big black cock, a big black dick on the dark net, like she mentioned in her lawsuit, and he would just watch these people run a train on her, which she basically said, and he would just masturbate. No, I'm pretty sure he would join in on this as well, okay? Like, that's my opinion, but I'm pretty sure he was joining in on this. You're not just doing all that and just to watch it, no. Absolutely not. And there have been too many booty warrior allegations over the last almost 40 years when it comes to Sean Puffy, Brother Love Combs, for me not to believe any of this and to believe that that's where it ended. Absolutely not. But before we get into this settlement, I just want to start by saying this. When I woke up this morning and I looked at my timeline, I saw so many bags secured. She got the bag. Oh, Diddy just sent the biggest cash app of his life. How much was the cash app? I'm seeing, oh, Cassie and Diddy settled a $30 million lawsuit. They didn't settle a $30 million lawsuit. Cassie never filed a $30 million lawsuit against this man. Remember, the headlines were saying that. And if you watch my last video, we broke down the lawsuit according to the New York Times, but the New York Times specifically said she did not have a dollar amount. Okay, so I found this other article in NPR because I was trying to find the lawsuit itself, but lawsuit is like, what, 36 pages? I didn't have time to really go through all of that today, but I did go to NPR, which is a reputable source, as well as New York Times. And here is what NPR says. So NPR wrote an article earlier. They wrote this article yesterday, 4:15 p.m. Sean Diddy Combs, the hip-hop executive known widely as the head of Bad Boy Records, has been accused of years of abuse by R&B singer Cassie Ventura, including emotional and physical abuse, human trafficking, and more in a new lawsuit filed against him. With the expiration of New York's Adult Survivors Act fast approaching, it became clear that this was an opportunity to speak up about the trauma I have experienced and that I will be recovering from for the rest of my life, Ventura said in a statement to the New York Times. Remember, she filed this lawsuit under this act. She only had about 1 more year to file this lawsuit. Again, I think that a lot of you guys are willfully stupid and you go out of your way to be dumb and misunderstanding and to spread misinformation. I'm going to get into that too. But, you know, you guys do this on purpose so that you can drive a narrative that this was a money grab for her. When in actuality, she literally was on the clock. And here's the thing, right? Statutes of limitations, I believe, are there to give both sides a chance and to be fair, right? But it's also like, okay now, victim, you only have this amount of time. Like, we're not gonna sit here and hold this against this person for the rest of your life. No, like, you have this amount of time to come forward. And I think that's there because it's a way to force and encourage victims to come forward, because we all know, well, let me not say we all, if you've ever been a victim of any type of abuse, especially the abuse that she detailed, it takes you a while to come to terms with that. Like, you have the world ridiculing you. You have yourself ridiculing you. You have your abuser ridiculing you. You've been convinced and you are self-convinced that you're not deserving of any recourse because of all the abuse that you received and that you, I don't want to say, what's the word I'm looking for? All the abuse that you kind of stuck through, you know, like unwillingly, you know what I mean? And so the New York Adult Survivors Act, it's an act that gives you a little bit of more time to be like, all right, you know, come on now, last call for alcohol, you know what I mean? Like, this is the last call, last chance, you know what I'm saying? It's the last chance for romance tonight. I'm sorry, I don't know why that came to my head, but it's basically telling you, listen, we're giving you a little bit of extra time. Hurry up. And so for her, she was on the clock. And so even if she wasn't ready to talk about this, even if she wasn't ready to pursue anything, she had to, or else the door was going to permanently close on her. And so let's just go to the nature of what she was looking for. So Ventura filed this suit under the New York Adult Survivors Act, a recently passed bill that opened up a 1-year look-back window, allowing adult survivors whose statute of limitations have expired the ability to file a civil case against their accused offender. Also, too, with the statute of limitations expiring, what that tells me too is your chance of getting a criminal case, it has already expired. You know, so now we're just giving you a chance to get your civil case on. You know what I mean? But I'd have to read more about it. But from what this vibe is giving me a vibe that criminally that door is closed. That door is closed. And so her being able to file a civil case is still a way of her looking for recourse, looking for some type of justice. And also too, what this does is it sends out she's blowing the whistle for other possible victims. Hey, I'm filing this lawsuit. You can too. You can speak up. And when she did that, you had people like Kid Cudi, support her claims. You had all these old interviews come to light. You had her hairstylist come forward and say, yes, I myself witnessed this man, you know, putting hands and feet on her. There are images that are out that show her with a bruised face.
Shout out to Impressive TV, one of my favorite channels here on YouTube, but she was able to pull these receipts from 2014. Cassie had been trying to tell us about this. She tried to make this seem like these bruises were from an ATV accident. But look at those bruises, and then look at the fact that when she was on the ATV, her whole face was covered up. So no ma'am, no ma'am.
And she tried to make it seem like, you know, her like these clear domestic bruises, she tried to make it seem like it was from an ATV accident in Vegas. No ma'am. But of course that's what she was doing at the time, because in the lawsuit she details how much this man controlled her and how much she just could not escape. That even when she tried to escape, he would send his goons in to reel her back in. But anyway, back to the article on NPR. So she filed this under the Adult Survivors Act, a recent passed bill that opened up a 1-year look-back window, allowing adult survivors whose statute of limitations have expired the ability to file a civil case against their accused offender. Former record executive Drew Dixon also recently filed a civil suit under the same act against her former boss, record exec L.A. Reid. If you haven't seen Drew Dixon's documentary on HBO Max about L.A. Reid, please go watch it. It is, just go watch it. What Drew Dixon went through in this entertainment space at the hands of L.A. Reid and Russell Simmons. Please go watch that. And Drew Dixon, I met her over the summer at Essence, and I cried and I told her, I'm like, girl, you're a legend. You're a legend. What you've done, the work that you're doing in this space so that women in this industry can speak up, the way it's just, y'all, if you don't, please look up Drew Dixon. Look up her story if you're not familiar and watch the documentary. It is shocking. It is disgusting. It is powerful. The courage that this woman has. Anyway, she recently filed a civil suit against L.A. Reid. The window to file is set to expire next week, November 24th. And with this filing, Ventura is seeking an undisclosed amount of damages. So again, her window to file is literally next week after Thanksgiving. So just put yourself in her shoes. For her to literally wait till the last minute and say, okay, let me do this. Let me do this. And she does not have an amount in her lawsuit. The $30 million came from P. Diddy, who said that she spent months trying to basically do a shakedown for $30 million. There's this other NPR article. This is a statement that was given on Thursday by P. Diddy's lawyer, Mr. Braffman. Braffman's statement on Thursday said Ventura had for the past 6 months persistently demanded $30 million while threatening to write a damaging book about her relationship with Combs. The lawyer said the demands were rejected as blatant blackmail. And you know what's so funny about this? If you were just gonna settle the case, why not just pay her the $30 million? If that was really what was happening, right? If that was really what was happening, why not just pay the $30 million if you were gonna just end up settling this? Diddy has been in the business for almost 40 years. My nigga, you knew the damage that this was gonna do. You knew the damage that this was gonna do. I don't give a fuck if Cassie got $5 in this settlement. The damage is done. The damage is done. And now people are looking to see who's going to be partnering with you? The damage is done. I saw in a couple articles, Janet Jackson and Naomi Campbell had pictures with Diddy for his birthday a couple weeks ago. They deleted their pictures. Like, baby, the time has come. Puis à la fini. Puis à la fini, oui. The PI is fini. The PI is over. Let's go back to the misinformation of it all. So Diddy came and he said, his lawyer said, Diddy says through his lawyer that she was trying to do a shakedown for $30 million. Did you guys see how, even though Cassie's lawsuit never detailed an amount, did you guys see how the Shade Room, this is what they posted? Like, I went through their page because I'm like, did they delete it? Because they probably deleted it because they're scared of somebody taking legal action. But it looks like they deleted their original post that said, oh, Cassie filed a $30 million suit. So I was looking for the post, but then I found it under this, where they said that it was settled. So you have these black blogs that don't read. And they're sitting there, they are pushing misinformation. Same thing with the Neighborhood Talk. Like, they don't read. They just want to get the news out there quick. And it's so funny to me because from time to time, I'll always see the owner of Shade Room, this Nigerian girl, I can't remember her name, but, oh, you know, we're seeking to do better. Bitch, you're full of fucking shit. You're full of fucking shit. You're full of shit, bitch. You do this shit all the fucking time. Like, why the fuck would you post that Cassie filed a $30 million lawsuit? You know why? Because these black blogs are disgusting. They're just as sadistic. They want to push rhetorics that are not true. They wanted to push that this was a money grab for Cassie. They wanted to put that out there so people would say it too. Oh, it's all about the money. It's all about the money. It's all about the money. And here's the thing. Even if she did sue him for $30 million, does that negate all the things that he did to her?
Speaking of this rhetoric that Cassie sued him for $30 million and she was trying to get to a bag and all this, I want you guys to listen to this conversation between Rich Dollaz and Peter Gunz, and then I'll come back.
Say that they want to be the voice so this doesn't happen to somebody else. So I'm doing this, and it's not about the money. It's about this not happening to somebody else. But then you get enough money and you shut the fuck up. So which one is it? That's my question. Are we trying to be the voice so this doesn't happen to somebody else, or are we gonna grab this money and shut the fuck up? That's what I was saying.
Okay. And my opinion on that is that if you listen to Cassie, agreeing with you, and that's fine. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I don't agree. This is what I'm saying. Number one, it was civil. Civil means money. So there was never any kind of dispute about what was going on here. There was never a dispute about what was the aim here. This is not a criminal case. He did not take a criminal case and make it civil. She did not start cooperating with the cops and then change up. She was in a civil case from the beginning, which meant she wanted money. If you listen to Cassie, Cassie's been saying, I've been asking Puff for money for years. And this nigga been on me. So I said, this is what's about to happen. I'm gonna write this book. I'm gonna get my money some kind of way.
So it's the money grab. You agree with me?
I'm not agreeing with you because Cassie never came out and said that she didn't want money. What Cassie did was exactly what she was supposed to do. And I'm not saying nobody's guilty because obviously everybody knows our relationship with Puff. Everybody knows our relationship with Cassie now. So all I'm saying is this. I'm not saying that Puff is guilty or innocent. This is not about that. It's not about innocence or guilt. It's about what happened that we all know publicly. Cassie said she opened the door. So now all these girls
I've been seeing for the money, he didn't do it. So she put she started putting the stuff out.
You knew what you know. There's a New York precedent that says that and I'm gonna have to get Moniece on here because Moniece just broke it down for me. The New York precedent that is over next week. It's over on Thanksgiving Day. That said, if you have a civil suit that you want to do, that's how the girls get in L.A. Reid. L.A. Reid got the same going on. Because I ain't talking about L.A., but another girl came out from Def Jam or Arista and said that L.A. Sexy assaulted her. Another girl came out and said Bill Cosby assaulted her. The New York statute is over next week.
So first of all, let me start here, right? Cassie cannot force the state of New York to press charges on Diddy. You think the same way that we've all been aware over the years of the things that Diddy has allegedly done, you think the state of New York is not aware? You think they're not aware? The same way he's able to pay off people here and there, you think he hasn't been able to put some money somewhere into law enforcement? That's number one. Number two, Rich Dollars is absolutely correct. Cassie did what she was supposed to do. This is a civil case. What do y'all think civil cases are for? And mind you, one thing that Rich Dollars did not say, which he probably wasn't aware of because, you know, he's not reading the same way that Rich Dollars isn't reading. You know, both these cats are from Love and Hip Hop. You know, Mona Scott Young gonna do everything but teach these niggas how to read. Her civil case doesn't have a dollar amount, okay? While I side with Rich Dollars' argument, he's mostly correct, but he failed to say her civil case doesn't have a dollar amount. Again, she did this because the statutes of limitations were about to end for her next week. Third of all, I just always find it funny how niggas like not Rich Dollars, but Peter Guns, who don't have 2 pennies to rub together, who don't have headboards, are always, oh, this is the money grab, this is the money grab. Who's grabbing what money do you have for niggas to grab? You have nothing. And I want you guys to notice how even in this discussion when they're going back and forth, oh, you know, our relationships with Diddy, and you know, I'm not saying Diddy's innocent, I'm not saying he's guilty. Why is it that nobody in the industry has come out and said Diddy is innocent? He would never do that. I want you guys to take notice of that. All these people are having these discussions. Oh, it's not about innocence. No, it is. It is. Why is it that all of you men in the industry who have close proximity and have had close proximity to Sean P. Diddy, Brother Love Combs, why is it that none of you are coming forward and saying, hey, he would never do something like that? You know why? You know why? What's 1 + 1, people? What's 1 + 1?
We believe it. Anybody with a half of a brain believes it. But the thing is now, it's just been interesting to see when the lawsuit first hit, how people were like, oh, you're so brave, Cassie's so brave, Cassie's so brave. Then as soon as news got out that she settled, that they said, oh, it's a money grab, oh, bag secured, bag secured. What the fuck are you supposed to get when you file a civil suit against a billionaire? Some milk and cookies? During Black Women's, you name it, month? What you supposed to get? A bag of Doritos? What the fuck are you supposed to get when you file a civil suit against a billionaire? Somebody please tell me. What are you supposed to get? What are you supposed to get when you file a civil lawsuit against a powerful billionaire? And remember in the previous video that we were going through it, remember I said $30 million, that don't sound right. That don't sound right. That sounds very, very low. Now, again, to me, I've always been someone who questioned Diddy's finances, especially since earlier this year, we talked about this in my previous video too, how Diageo, the curators of Guinness, you know, all these different Casamigos, all the big, like so many big liquor, vodka, tequila companies, how they ended their relationship with Diddy over Ciroc and DeLeon because they said throughout the last 15 years, this man only used $1,000 of his own money. Meanwhile, into pushing the brand alone, they had spent $100 million alone. In addition to, I believe he was getting, I saw an article somewhere, I don't know if this is accurate, but he was getting $50 million per year. Like Diageo alone turned Diddy into a billionaire. And so when they ended their relationship with Diddy, what Diddy did is file a lawsuit for discrimination. Oh, they're being racist to me because they were pushing me as an urban brand. If you have the audacity, I really want you to think about this. Diddy, if you have the audacity to sue Diageo for racism, when they have the receipts to prove that you literally spent $66.6 each year on Ciroc and De Leon, which is very demonic. You have the audacity to use racism as bait, as clickbait. Oh, look at what they're doing to the black person. Why would you not counter sue Cassie? Parce que foot fail. Ou foot fail. Ou fail. Ou fail. Ou fail. Ou fail. Ou fail. You did it. Ou fail. Ou foot fail. That's why you wouldn't countersue. Because there's no way you gonna file a lawsuit of this magnitude against me. Something so damaging. We've seen so many big names, especially in the recent years because of the Me Too movement. We've seen big moguls, big industry titans come down because of allegations. Not even the lawsuit, just the allegations alone. For you not to countersue that, for you not to have the same energy that you have for Diageo, that tells me everything I need to know. That tells me everything I need to know. There's just too many evidence out there. Again, these images of Cassie, impressive. The Impressive channel was able to round up so many videos and so many receipts. I mean, there was a video of Diddy literally like chastising her while she hid under a sheet.
I remember there was a video, a very disturbing video that Diddy posted of him and Cassie. And it was so odd because Cassie just looked like she was out of it and she was hiding from him. And I was like, what in the world is going on? Y'all need to watch this video. Look at this.
What you got to say now? What you got to say now? You ain't got shit to say when you put your girl on the snap. Baby, yo, babe. I mean, shit getting weird. Come on, baby. It's hot outside. You fucking wrapped up in that blanket. Let's go jog on the beach.
And Diddy not only put the pause on her, but he also pimped her out and also had her busting it wide open for other male escorts. And Cassie really did try to leave. I mean, she tried, y'all, but Diddy was a violent beast. And he had a powerful network of people that would lure Cassie back into the fold. They would isolate her from her friends and family. And she would be scared a lot of times because he was so dangerous. Very, very, very dangerous.
You know, like when you go back and you revisit some of these tweets.
Look at this, y'all. 2014, I heard Diddy set Kid Cudi's car on fire for messing with Cassie once. Like, that's crazy. 9 years ago. Okay? Diddy and Kid Cudi fighting. I'm in the club. LOL over Cassie. Now that's funny. People really thought this was funny. Yeah, like, had no idea what was really lying below.
You have Kid Cudi who said through his representative, yes, this man did threaten to blow up my car, and yes, my car was blown up the next day. It's just too many things. It's the old interviews with Young Jock talking about how this man, you know, abused her into cutting her hair. The receipts are there. It's there's really no denying it. But yeah, it's really scary times to see you guys turn on her and now, oh, it was a money grab. I want to talk about the perception of girls like Cassie who come forward as victims, right? Because when you're an ugly girl and you come forward, there's always this, what? Why would he? Like, I remember, even though, I don't want to dwell on this for too long, but you remember the case that Usher had a couple years back with the woman who accused him of, giving her the herpes. I don't want to, go into details about that, but remember, she was a fat black woman, right? And everybody's first thing was, what? He wouldn't even fuck somebody like you. What? He wouldn't even fuck somebody that looked like her. Look at her. She fat, she ugly, right? And then you have girls like Cassie, and the perception is, well, it's pretty girl privilege. You're pretty, you came in, you use your pretty face, your pretty body, and this is what you get. I really want to talk about that sentiment. There is this actress, Paula Jai Parker, and oh my God, she had these series of tweets, and it's really just disgusting. First tweet, I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm saying she wasn't complaining about being his woman and the fame that came with it. What goes on between man and woman is just that. At what point does pleasing your man become all this? Only chicks dating freaky millionaires. Freaky being the operative word. All couples should be evenly yoked, and that includes sexually. Okay, girl. Should have took the deal. Wasn't it James who tried to tell y'all it's cheaper to keep her? What? I'm trying so hard to see the victim here, but do sex slaves usually get to pick their sex partners in 5-star hotels? Penny Proud Mama, you need to shut the fuck up. You need to shut the fuck. Ain't the Proud family back on? Like, are you for real? Are you trying to get that shit canceled? I think y'all just don't like him. But he didn't invent the game, he just plays it. Hubby thinks I don't like her, but that's not true. I don't like chicks that take the easy route and get mad when it doesn't pan out. God bless the child who's got his own. Lord have mercy. Y'all just be bringing God. God just be upstairs like, God just be upstairs. Well, how I get in it? You with me will always be time. Family every single day and night. Even when you start acting like a fool. I love it, every single thing you do. Girl, I love you more than anybody else. Like, girl, you got me fucked up. You need to shut the fuck up before they cancel the Proud Family reboot. Family, a family, proud family. They'll push your buttons, make you wanna hug. Ooh, they snap on that motherfucking theme song. Ooh, family, a family, proud family. Yes! Girl, you need to shut the fuck up. You need to shut the fuck up before they cancel this motherfucking reboot. But I want to talk about this though, because while I don't agree with her, a lot of people see it this way. And I'll give you an example of someone else who sees it this way. You guys remember the Asian girl, Gina, who had the interview with Tasha K, and she told Tasha K that Diddy was beating her for years and that he forced her to get an abortion.
He had caught me texting another man. We was in Miami, and it got really crazy that time. We was upstairs, and he had like, we were in his closet, and he like pushed me, and I fell to the ground, and then he like stood over me. So I was like laying on my back, and he stood over me, and he started like punching me like this. Like, he avoided my face, but he like started punching me like on the side of my head, and I was just like covering my face. And he did that, and then after he got done doing that, he like, cause he was standing, his legs were like stay in between me, so he like stomped on my
And there was like some back and forth with her and Young Miami back in December of last year, which was really crazy because at the same time, December last year, he welcomed another baby with another Asian girl. So y'all over here fighting over a man who had already done moved on to the next Asian girl. And so that was just weird. But remember, Young Miami was the one who tweeted this. Okay? Just want to put that there for y'all. If I wanted you to eat my pussy, Diddy would have had you on your knees, ho. You a eater. Now, when I look back on that, it's like... Oh, and there's more. There was more. Gina, you've been down bad ever since I came into the picture, ho. You've been crying for a baby for 10 years, hoes. Hoes, you've been around as a bitch that eat pussy and dick when he feel like it. You a eater. You the same bitch that was crying on Tasha K because you wanted a baby. Poor sushi. I mean, two things here. When you look back at that, obviously she was aware. She is aware. Because this sounds like you're corroborating Gina's story that she told on Tasha K. And Gina's story is corroborative to Cassie's lawsuit. And here you are pointing that out, but actually using it as an insult, which makes me think, are you also a victim? I think because in my previous video, I was like, I really feel like everything that these girls have been through, I think it's the same thing with Young Miami. But then, I don't know how you are an abusee, but you do that, you say things like this. This is crazy. Like if you are also in the circle of abuse and you say something like this, this is crazy. This is beyond crazy. But then I remembered her mom. I was trying to find the tweet. I remember Young Miami's mom either tweeting or putting in her Insta story sometime either last year or the year before to please pray for her daughter. Oh, I think it was August of last year. Yeah, August of last year. August of last year. Lord, my baby is going through it right now. Please give her the strength she needs to get through this. Her pain is my pain. We need you right now, Lord. I don't know. I feel like there's more to that. You know what else I find funny? Well, not funny. Not only the women who feel like, you know, who are saying like Cassie kind of deserves this because she's a pretty girl, pretty privileged. Like, you know, misogyny doesn't come from just men, it comes from women. And we saw Young Miami display where she called that girl poor sushi and called her a dick eater. We saw it with Penny Proud's mama when she basically said, you know, like, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's the game. It's the game. You know what I mean? But then also, I find it very interesting. Just there's so many clips that are flying around. And there was this one clip too of a group of comedians talking about Diddy. I think Desi Banks was asking a group of comedians, you know, just for advice, what should I look out for, you know, in this business? I'm new, and, you know, just let me know, like, what are some people, like, what are some things I should look out for?
You know, coming into the game, like, you've been in the game for a long time, man. What are these hoes for? Yeah. Oh yeah. Stay away from that. Stay away from the take that match. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, stay away from that. All right. Second, they're laughing because they know it's true. Yeah, I'm new. So I don't know. Second, what I would tell you, and I mean, look, man. Hold on. Walk out. He got a story. You.
I don't see the joke. M'a joke là, non? M'a cherché joke là, m'ba journée. I don't see the joke. I don't see the joke. Everybody's laughing. But Desi. But everybody's laughing. Everybody thinks it's funny. They all know. They've all seen it. Remember in my last video I was saying a friend of mine saw certain things at a party. Like, all these people know. But these men think it's so funny. They think it's hilarious. Why? Because it's a bunch of pretty girls. It's a bunch of pretty girls. Pretty girls getting abused. And then if they were ugly, it's like, oh, it's not abuse. No, they're not really touching them like that. You just can't win. And then these are the types of people, right, who go and be on jury duty or who go and who work in law enforcement. This is where we live. This is the world that we're in. And so I don't blame her for settling at all. I don't blame her for settling at all. Imagine, first of all, too, I always say first of all, and it'd be like the 10th thing I said. But statistically speaking, the conviction rate for sexual crimes is very, very low, y'all. It is very, very low. Okay? Like the charges getting pressed is low. Then the conviction rate is even lower. Then a lot of times, when they do get convicted and they get sentenced, though the sentencing is very lenient. And then if it is a serious sentence, there's always parole. And then even when there's not that parole, or when it is like a severe sentence, you get shit like Bill Cosby happening. Bill Cosby was released not because he was innocent, but he was released based on a technicality. They were able to find a small technicality. Somebody somewhere didn't process the case correctly, and they were able to get the entire thing thrown the fuck out. Not because he was innocent, but based on a technicality. So from where I stand, Diddy had every reason to countersue or to let it go to trial. Because the same way he was able to pay that hotel $50,000 to bury the video of him beating her up, according to her lawsuit, you don't think he's been able to pay off law enforcement? There was this whole thing, the NYPD came forward and said, hey, there was a claim that was being made that we're interviewing Diddy. That's erroneous. We're not investigating Diddy. Of course y'all not. We don't, and then people were like, what? Since when is the NYPD a credible source? Since when is the NYPD a credible branch of law enforcement? Can y'all be for real? Let's be for real. Let's be for real. I mean, I honestly could go on and on and on about this. But my main thing here that I wanted to say is that she didn't file a $30 million lawsuit. Those were the headlines. In our last video, we were able to break down the lawsuit according to NPR, according to the New York Times. So the $30 million was what Diddy is accusing her of trying to get months ago. Why not just pay it? The damage is done now. You think people are going to be quiet about this? No. And then what makes this, Cassie filed this lawsuit on Kim Porter's death date. To the day. To the day. It's not a coincidence. All of this is the universe letting your ass know your time is up. Your time is up. Let's move on. While I was away in Ghana, child, this whole Keke Palmer and Darius Jackson thing exploded. I mean, I'm so late to it. I really don't feel like I have much to add to it. I mean, other than this, right? So I did see the video of, Keke Palmer's mom saying, trying to basically calm Darius down after the whole Usher moment. And she's like, Usher bisexual, Usher gay. And I was like, my Lord, Usher gay? First of all, let me tell you something right now. If Usher gay, I'm gay too. So I don't give a fuck. I saw so many people on the timeline, oh my God, Usher gay? Bitch, if he gay, so am I. I would be anything Usher needs me to be. Point blank, period. There's nothing in this world that anybody could tell me about Usher D. Raymond that would make me not want to fuck him raw. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There is nothing in the world. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. I don't give a damn. Give me a da. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I'm just letting y'all know. I don't care. Okay? But obviously she was saying what she had. She was saying things that she felt she had to get this man off her daughter. You know, there were some people who were accusing her of homophobia, which, to be honest, I understand, but also I feel like she was in a dire situation, and she was threatening this man with a bullet to his head, as she should. She was standing on business. She was standing on business. Her and her spit was standing on business and letting his ass know, bitch, you come for my daughter again, boot plaque, cat out, okay? Boulette, okay? Boulette. You come for my daughter one more time, boulette, all right? But what I did want to add to the conversation was the fact that recording was sent to bloggers, right? And I want you to think about how these blogs, again, love to spread misinformation and love to position stories in a very irresponsible way. Why was Darius not able to get that recording over to TMZ or to NPR or the New York Times or extra, you know, like, or E? Why? Because those people have COOFs. They have code of ethics. These black blogs don't have that. And they will do whatever it takes for a click. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who they hurt in the process. But I want you to keep in mind, Keke went down to the courthouse. Darius went down to the YouTube. Okay? Keke went down to the courthouse. Darius went down to the YouTube. And another thing, I want to bring this up. Cause Shebang Bang, you should have shut your ass up. Like, baby, let me tell you something. I have 3 siblings. And my siblings know, baby, don't call me. They know. I'm not gonna bail you out. I'm not paying you out of this. Like, if you out there doing fucked up shit, you on your own. On your own. Like Patti LaBelle, bitch. You are on your own. Don't call me. Don't call me. Don't RELEM. Don't RELEM. Pas RELEM. I'm unavailable. Them know they see me. I'm unavailable, baby. I'm Davido. I'm unavailable. I'm unavailable. Shebang Bang, you need to shut your ass up. Cause then a whole can of worms open up on your ass. And now I gotta stop crushing on you. This is crazy. You need to shut the fuck up. You need to shut the fuck up. Okay? Y'all who have siblings, if your sibling was out here being accused of abuse and the receipts were out there, would y'all speak up for y'all sibling, or would you just shut the fuck up? I really want to know that. Because I am not saying a damn thing. I don't know him. I don't know him, Your Honor. Don't know him. Oh, but this ain't your... I don't... Baby, I'm getting my Peter on. Peter, you will deny me 3 times before the clock strikes 12. That's right. I'm getting my Peter on, baby. I'm gonna deny you like Peter did Jesus. I do not know you. I don't know him. I do not know this man. Sorry to this man. I do not know him. I'm gonna get my Keke Palmer on. Sorry to this man. I do not know him. Shebang Bang, shut the fuck up going forward, please. All right, next story. Okay, y'all, last story. So I told myself I wasn't gonna talk about this, but I am. I'm gonna talk about it. And I know, like, at Dish Nation, we've been very mum about it. I mean, I wasn't here. I was in Ghana, and I noticed, of course, like, nobody at Dish Nation talked about this because, you know, Tamar is a very beloved part of our show, and so out of respect for her, you know, Dish Nation decided not to talk about everything that went on between her, Chrisean, and, you know, what happened at the concert. I wasn't gonna say anything until today when I saw JR and Tommy down to the basketball game at the Hawks game. So while everything was happening with Tamar and Chrisean, the whole incident, I'm not gonna go through it. There's numerous videos about it here online. I don't think there's anything new or anything, you know, interesting that I can add to it. Other than this, I will say this. I was blessed to perform at Tamar's concert here in Atlanta.
Don't take it easy, babe. Put your weight on me. Don't you go worrying about what I can handle. All you gotta do is call me love. I'm here to see ya. Put the other hoes on pause for now. Cause I'm defending all your time for now. You know what to do. My body's calling you. Fill me up, baby, come through with the love. Hey, just gotta love. Cause I've been out here on half empty, baby. Been out here on half empty. Oh, I just want you to fill me up, fill me up. Baby, come through with the love. Baby, come on, we just gotta love. Cause I've been out here on half. I've been out here on half. Empty, baby.
In order to be a performer at a concert, especially like at a concert like this, that there's already a run of show, you must know a couple things beforehand. What time you have to be at the venue, what time is sound check, you must do sound check, you must know what the order of show is so that you know your place. For me, the first night I was right before Drew Sidora, and then the second night I was right before Tiffany Evans. These are things that are disclosed to you beforehand. Chrisean's team never provided any receipts that showed that. So as someone who is familiar with performing and has performed, and specifically has performed at Tamar's tour, not seeing anybody from her team be able to provide those receipts told me everything I needed to know. She was never set to actually perform a set. What it was, hey, come on down, you know, I'm in Baltimore, we're having the show, come on down, be a special guest. Tamar has these moments on stage where she does a twerk moment, and she does the love and war moment where she lets audience members sing the song, you know, take turns singing the song, and then she sings the song. So that's that. She was never set to perform, okay? And I will add this too. I think that this generation that's coming up is being given platforms way too fast. Way too fast, okay? Being given access to platforms such as this and having all these fans when you don't really have a real talent and you don't have a real work ethic and you're constantly being rewarded for bad behavior, it's just not it. It's not it. I don't know Chrisean, Blueface, other than these disgusting things that I see on my timeline when it comes to those two. I don't know what these people do. I've never subscribed to them. I've tried unsubscribing to a subscription I never signed up for, and I'm still being made aware of who these people are, and I really just don't get it. And I bind that in Jesus' name. Like, I want whoever is responsible to burn in hell, literally, for subjecting me to this. I don't want to know these people. Anytime I've seen these people, it's just been the most disgusting things that I've ever seen on my timeline. But again, that's how I feel. That's my opinion. That's not the outlook of most people, I guess. And these people have millions of followers and fans. So, you know, more power to them. But anyway, as the fallout was happening, you had Tommy, you know, basically mildly call Tamar a clout chaser. And they had some back and forth. And, you know, the back and forth wasn't nice. And today, there's footage of JR and Tommy down to the Hawks game. And I just want to say this. See, this is why you should never date a wigger. I am very against dating wiggers. If I'm gonna date me a white, I'm gonna date me a white. If I'm gonna disappoint my Haitian ancestors, it's gonna be for a white. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Not a whitey, not a whitey having an identity crisis. This man is a man who clearly is having an identity crisis. Why are you white but you're constantly in nigga shit? Why are you white but you're constantly doing nigga shit? You in nigga shit, you doing nigga shit. You got 12 baby mamas. Like what is this waste of white skin? What is that? What is that? If I'm gonna date a white, I'm gonna date me a white. Un blanc qui gagne une figure. Un blanc qui gagne une figure. C'est pas un blanc qui apparaît dans deux pour mouda a fait un bon caca. No. No. This is why you should never date a wigger. Black women, stop dating wiggers. Stop dating wiggers. If you gonna date a white, date a white man. Okay? JR is a scumbag to me. And mind you, this man has been nothing but nice to me. When I've been around, Tamar loves this man. I've seen Tamar literally turn Dish Nation into a Call JR campaign. Like daily. This is what JR is doing. This is what's going. I remember one time going out to dinner with Tamar. We were down to the Houstons. Tamar couldn't even eat her food. She was in tears because JR had a case and he was seemingly losing the case. And I'm over here trying to enjoy my spinach dip with my sister, trying to have sister time with Tamar, and she couldn't because JR was, you know, stressed out for him. And I've seen Tamar spend her money to buy this man billboards across the country to promote his sorry ass law firm. I've seen Tamar fly this man and his friends out of the country for his birthday. This is the same man who said he was leaving Tamar to focus on positive energy. And this is what you do. You want to go out and be seen with this girl who was just calling her a Muppet baby a couple days ago. You're trash. You're whack. You too old for this. You too old for this. This is that wigger shit. This is a white man with an identity crisis. He don't know he white. Imagine getting with a white tee, and he's acting like this. Tamar, don't be mad at me, but I'm gonna come for that motherfucker, because you know what? I've seen you be too nice to that man. Too nice, too considerate. And I've never told her this before, but I'm telling you, Tamar turned Dish Nation into, if you need help with a car, call JR. If you watch Dish Nation, you know what I'm talking about. If you're injured by a car, call JR. And this is what you do. For why? For why? For why? It's lame. It's lame. It's whack. It's stupid. If you watched my Queen's Court reviews, I told y'all, I said this in my Queen's Court reviews, that I felt that if Tamar would have had better options on the show, she would not have ended up with that man. I'd be right. I be right. And I'm not saying he, like I said, he's been nice. When I've been around him, he's been nothing but nice. You know, he paid for drink when. If I be a drink, he's paying as he should. You white. Shoot. The fuck? My black ass around a white man, I'm thirsty, I'm drinking, and you not paying, bitch? What the fuck? What the fuck is this? Reparations. You better pay for my motherfucking drink. What good is you? But yeah, this is lame. This is lame. You lame as fuck for that. You lame as fuck. And I really hope that Tamar never speaks to you again. I really do. I hope she never speaks to you again. Anyway, y'all, let me end this on a lighter note. The other day, I had the pleasure of hosting Culture Clash for Red Bull. It was so amazing. So many surprise guests came out, y'all. I mean, so many musical guests came out. Like Skinny Fabulous came out. Kevin Little came out. I mean, child Roscoe Dash came out, and I lost my mind. I lost my mind when Roscoe Dash came out. And it just got me thinking of this lyric. I know I was supposed to be doing this little segment during just a couple things, but you know, lyrics that just make you go, what? What's that song that Roscoe Dash has with with Soulja Boy? All the way turned up. Is it all the way turned up? Yeah, I'm so turned up. Yeah. So Soulja Boy has a verse on that song. Hopped up out of bed, what's happening? Soulja Boy telling Daisy to about a level man, yeah. Money on the table, all up in Mexico, getting to the peso, whoa. Check out this gear, getting money was a sport. I'm MVP every year. We get money over here. We must not know where I'm from. Your girl spinning on my dick just like a CD-ROM. I'm sorry. I need to get to this party, but y'all, your girl spinning on my dick just like a CD-ROM. I don't know why that's just so funny to me now. Because it's like, what? Because you know the CDs, maybe it's because it reminds me how old I am. CD-ROM. You know the CD used to spin, you know, kids nowadays don't know what it was like to, they don't know what that life was. But your girl spinning on my dick just like a CD-ROM. I don't know what, y'all, I don't know. Anyway, let me go ahead and get over to, let me make my way over to my housewarming party that's not at my house. Y'all, go ahead and like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about all the topics that I discussed. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.
That ain't solid gold, that's a no-no. I'm stunting on these hoes when I wanna. Get like me, swear that we all gon' eat. MOE, I got it all on me. VBS, I just turn the water on. Big ol' flex, shit you never saw before. These niggas chasing me like water.